Wow. That was a little tough landing there. A little tough landing there, the professor. Diving in deep here, right from the beginning. Right from the beginning. Good evening, welcome, welcome. I am your professor here once again. Hi. I'm in the Inspirational Space Station, and looking forward to spending a few well spent moments with you tonight. Let me tune a couple things in here. I'm a little bright, brighter than usual. Great to see you, great to hear you. Here I am, right up here. Look down, I can see you. Wave down there. I can see you. Hi there. And yeah, up here in the Inspirational Space Station. In low orbit, I like to call it, in comfort zone. See how comfortable I am tonight? Oh my God, I'm going to have crumbs from my space food. I might have. Either way, it's comfortable cruising altitude tonight. A little course and change in plans, as you saw earlier in the week. I had originally scheduled Mad Honey Duo with Gayleen and Jay, but the first time we had some technical difficulties on my end. I was having trouble with my connecting. The whole orbiter task flow converter wasn't working, and then I had issues with my RTMP, and it went on and on. So we had to cancel that show, unfortunately. And second time actually in 6 years, I had to do that. Not bad. And we postponed it, and then last week, unfortunately, Jay and Gayleen couldn't join me then. So either way, here I am. Hey, thumbs up to you too. I'll tune in over here in a minute or two. I see some things popping up, making me happy already, because it's lonely up here in space. So lonely up here in space. And I look down and think, it's pretty crazy times down there. It's one of the reasons why I like to beam you up here with me, just to get away for a few minutes, from some of the stress and struggles we have down there on the planet. Hopefully we can have some laughs together and a little maybe Sonoma County music history involved as well. I called this show Advanced Regressions for a couple reasons. One of them is we're going to look backwards, we're going to look forwards, and that right there is going to be fun in itself. So that being said, before I get started in all this, because I do have a number of things to play from past shows here, and so maybe some future stuff too coming up, because we have the whole holidays coming up. I'm really looking forward to doing that with you all. As you know, I'm crazy man about Halloween and Christmas, and I've had some great Christmas and Halloween specials. In which case, this year will be no less the same. I'm planning some great stuff, re-edits for Halloween. I'll be telling you about that as we go along in the show. I'll be doing some re-edits and some fun, bring back some great memories from past Christmas lives here that we've had with some very special guests, if you know who I mean. And we'll be introducing those into the show. I may have my special guest, and I'm actually hoping to do this show, by the way, on Christmas Day. It's a Wednesday. That's enough reason for me. It's a Christmas Day. There's so many people out there who maybe aren't with their families. Maybe you don't have any families around you any longer. It's like your professor here. And it's really nice to say, listen, let's just dive in over here and share. And if you're welcome to come into my tiny house, I'm hoping that my companion for the evening will help me disperse some holiday cheer, not only from Christmas, but also from Hanukkah as well, because it'll be the first day of Hanukkah as well. So there's going to be a really diverse thing going on for me in Christmas. I'm going to love it, and we'll be talking more about that later, because I've got a segment on that coming up later in this show. We're only about an hour plus. I'm not going to rush a whole bunch of stuff. I'm kind of chilling, relaxing with you, so much so that I'm still unofficially sponsored by the Voodoo Ranger right here, Juice Force. That's my thing. And it is good. It is good. See, I'm stereo. Love being in. You have two ears. Why not use them? You have a brain. Why not use it? Thanks for being here with me on Tiny House Live. We've got some special things coming up, and I think I'll maybe just dive right into something that as you know, I'm beaming people up here. My theory in general is, what I do is I look down on planet Earth with the help of my friends up here in space who make suggestions to me on who they think I should select to bring up here. And when they give me their decisions and we agree upon that decision, I basically abduct my guests off of the planet of the service, beam them directly up here to my Inspirational Space Station, where we know there's no probing. We discuss, we laugh, we talk, we share and we do all the things that we're typically not earthly bound to do down there. And we share, and they are asked questions by some of my friends up here to better understand us, to decide whether or not they want to come visit us at all. So you, my friends, are a stepping stone towards modern civilization just by watching Tiny House Live. And the questions that may come up. Not sure if you're going to make an appearance here tonight. I've got to check their broadcast signal. It looks a little odd over here to me. So we'll see if that's actually even going to happen tonight. I don't know. Either way, shared time is cared time, and that's where we are tonight, right here, Tiny House Live, inspirational space station, floating high above you in low orbit with your professor. And yeah, I see some people up here. I need to see if I can see better. I'm not seeing I know there's people out there, but I can't see the chat line yet. I'm looking, I'm seeing my face. Oh, I don't want to see my face. All right. I know there's people out there. Hello. Good to see you. Or it was good for you to see me, I guess. Either way, let's start off with bringing a guest in who really outdid himself on here. When I asked this guy to come on my show, I said, listen, I'm going to be abducting you off the planet. I'll be putting you into outer space. We'll have a shared thing together for a few minutes in time and space. And there's no money paid. There's no money made. It's all just like you put it out there and things come back to you. And once again, it's coming back to you, Sebastian St. James, because what I have here is a really good segment from a previous show. Oh gosh, it's only been a couple months ago that we did this, but it's so worth bringing into you. Whoa, good Lord Almighty! Did I survive that? Did we survive that? It's difficult out here in space in a tiny house. I'm telling you. Carrying on with my little song here coming up from Sebastian St. James. You messed me up here. They're watching. I know they're watching tonight. I'll recoup. You guys enjoy this. It's going to be good.
Thank you for joining us on the Tiny House. It has been such a pleasure. And I must tell you one thing. It's time to go home.
玉兔月球车已经正式
Go home. 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 Take me home. Take me home. Go 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 home. Take me home. Who's home? You're gonna find your way. Go get yourself today. In a long bound, it's a long way from outer space. You wanna hold it true. You know what you're gonna do. When you get afraid, just get out. But don't you run from them spies, 'cause you know it's time to go out. Oh, it's that tiny house. Oh, Lord, a tiny house.
Tiny house.
You got your tiny house. Oh, Lord, a tiny house.
Tiny house law.
Oh, it's like this tiny, tiny, tiny house.
Tiny house law.
I said it's tiny, tiny, tiny house.
Whoa.
I said it's tiny, tiny, tiny house.
Tiny house law.
I said it's tiny, tiny, tiny house.
How tiny is it?
I said it's tiny, tiny, tiny house.
It's so tiny you can't even get in.
I said it's tiny, tiny, tiny house. Oh, Lord, tell me about now. It's like this. It's
Do it.
like, Lord, don't you make it get so slow. Don't you make it get loose. Or don't you make yourself a choice as to choose. You wanna live it alright. You wanna get in because it's tiny, tiny, oh, a tiny house.
Tiny house.
Oh, no, it's a tiny, tiny, oh, Lord, a tiny house. Oh, it's a tiny house. I said it's tiny, tiny, oh, it's a tiny house.
Tiny House Live.
I said it's a tiny, tiny, oh, it's a tiny house.
Whoa.
Ooh, it's a tiny.
How tiny is it?
Ooh, it's a tiny house. Hey! Oh, no.
Tiny House Live. You're electric.
My friend Sebastian St. James, Sir Francis. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Loved the NASA suit. How could you not appreciate that? The man always puts out the best if he can put out in any given situation. I expect no less when I'm visited by Sebastian St. James. Go see him. Go see him solo. He does some great stuff. He loops out, man. Matter of fact, I'm not done with Sir Sebastian. I've got something else coming up a little bit on the show, because there was another one too where we were just goofing around. By the way, I really appreciated that little Tiny House Live tag. I'm sure I'll be using that in the future in many different ways, but I haven't figured it out yet. But either way, thank you, Sebastian. For it's that kind of thing. We laid this down. There's no plan. It was just like boom, here we go, Tiny House Live. And appreciate. Hey, whoa, we are way up there. Yeah, this is still pretty much low orbit when I look around. Yeah, we're cruising. We are up here, and I'm seeing my friends over here. Now that I finally got my chat lined up during that song, that's why when I could play a video, I got a chance to kind of step back a little bit and see what I can do to improve my visual over here. And I see some loves, I see thumbs and loves. What more can a man ask for in this world? I see Angela. Always glad to see you guys. Thanks for much for checking in with me as often as you do. I do appreciate you. Josie, hello, dear. I'll be seeing you in Produce tomorrow. Produce tomorrow. My Oliver's family friends. Tammy Bell, hello, girl. Hello, yeah. And always good to see you. Paul Spruill, I'll probably see you coming in to get a cup of coffee tomorrow too. This is hometown stuff we have going on right here. And Angela and Tammy, you feel like you're in my hometown too, even though you're all the way from Germany to other parts of the world, right? And Paul, there he is. Yep. All right, let me keep going on my list real quick. Oh, Sebastopol, yeah, of course. Oh, there you go. Well, see, we got friends. We got friends. This is almost like serious radio. Really serious. Way up here. Up here in low orbit, I like to say. Good. I have to get more rocket fuel. Once again, unofficially sponsored by my Voodoo Ranger, Juice Force. That's about it tonight. I have some new things coming I want to tell you about in just a minute. But we're not done. We are far. No, we are just getting started, and I think I want to continue to rocket on into the future as we work through our what I'm calling advanced regressions tonight. Mainly because I'm showing you some ahead of times. I'm showing some back times. I'm showing you some things that could be and that should be and would be and maybe will never happen in your lifetime. But it doesn't really matter because here you are, right here, right now on Tiny House Live, high above the hills of Petticoat, in the Inspirational Space Station with your fake professor of all time, Yummy. Glad to have you with me. All right, where am I going? I got to shift gears right here to get us to another time and space. That's if there's one thing my friends have taught me up here is be a master of your time and space. And I am certainly that when it comes to this world. If I can juggle enough things at one time, I do. And if I can't, I trip and fall and I say, hey, there you go. It doesn't matter to me. Just turn me on because I'm a radio.
Driving into town with a dark cloud above you, dialing the number, it's bound to love you. 'Cause honey, you turn me on. I'm a radio, I'm a country station, just a little bit corny. I'm a wildflower waiting for you. Broadcasting tower wailing for you. And I'm sending you out this signal here. Hope you can pick it up, honey, loud and clear. 'Cause I know you don't like weak men. You get bored so quick. You don't like the strong ones 'cause they're hip to your tricks. And it's been dirty for dirty down the line. And I come when you whistle, if you're loving and you're kind. But if you've got too many doubts, no good reception for me, then tune me out. 'Cause honey, who needs a static? Hurts the head, and you wind up cracking, and your day goes dismal from breakfast party to the sign-off prayer. What a sorry face you get to wear. I'm gonna tell you again now, if you're still listening there. If you're driving in town with a dark cloud above you, dialing the number that's bound to love you. And if you're lying on the beach with a transistor going, kick off the sand, flies under the love still flowing. If your head says forget it, but your heart's still smoking, call me at the station, the lines are open.
My dear friend Mark Karen, right here on Tiny House Live, high above the land of Petacosha, which is halfway between Petaluma and Cotati, by the way, if you didn't know the geographics of all that. And yeah, Mark Karen, great guitarist, great friend, super guy, super guy. Been on the show 2 or 3 times now, and we've done a great Christmas show as well. Yeah, just guitarist with Bob Weir and Rat Dog for quite a while. Bonnie Raitt, there's a long history. The Rembrandts, there's a long history of just, and every band that's been touring in the Bay Area for years, he's part of that family circle, if you know what I mean. My friend Mark Karen, and he'll be back. We got more work to do together. We have fun working in Tiny House. We get all kinds of productive things done, and that's half the game in here, you know. Try to produce something that is fun, and you guys are having fun. I see that out there. Oh my, one of my faves, Angela says, and she's absolutely right. Josie loves his voice as well. So do I. And yeah, he's just one of the many people that I get in here. But you know what I want to do right now is I want to tip my hat in a very special reason, because currently right now one of our dear friends, and I say that because Harry's a dear friend for a lot of reasons. Yes, he's a great engineer. I point to him as the Zen master of our recording community. A dear friend that I would confide in. I would ask something deep from. Harry Gale, and Harry Gale's had some health issues. I want to play a video real quick, just because I want to bring him up. I want to lift him up. I want to wish him the best. I want to hope everything is going well. I haven't had an update in a couple days, so I'm hoping everything is as it should be. Harry, you're in my heart, you're in my mind. That's why I put this in here tonight for you directly. I know you can hear this. I know you can feel this, and your friends are here with you right now. Thinking the same thing, Harry, and you're connected to Tiny House, and once you're connected to Tiny House, you're always connected to this Tiny House, and I know you know that. So this is for you, coming back on you, brother, coming back on you.
right, so this is an old Love Tribe song. Dave usually sings it much better. But anyway, here you go. Baby, take a train ride and get me to the other side. No time to say goodbye. Take me where you want to. I'll leave it all up to you. Don't care if my wings burn, touch the sun. With the morning, gone without a warning. Free flight to anywhere out of town. Don't care if you're listening, all the things I've been missing. Surely now I'll find out in my old sweet time, yeah. In my old sweet time, I will find my way. In my old sweet time, the world is always open. The winds they kiss and hold me. The highest mountains find me, and I lose my time. Give up my worldly pressure. Give in to my obsession. Surely now I'll find out in my old sweet time, yeah. Baby, take a train ride and get me to the other side. No time for sad goodbye. Oh, sad goodbye.
Thank you, Harry
Yeah.
Gale. Thank you, Harry.
Thank you. Are you kidding?
No, man, this is such a treat. I mean, yeah. Thank you, Harry Gale, he says. I repeat myself. Thank you for being on Tiny House Live, sharing what you do so well. God, that was fun. That was a while ago. It was a couple years ago, probably 2018, maybe one of his first visits with me, solo. He came back, and I posted last week a great video of him and Spike Sykes in here doing a song that Harry came up with just for that occasion, which blew my mind. That's up on my Facebook page. I thought about playing it tonight, but I thought I just did that. We got ground to cover, And so we will, planet Earth. Glad to have you with me right here tonight. Your professor, kindly here. Hi, once again. Oh, in the inspirational space station up here in low orbit above the planet Earth, and what I lovingly call Petticoat, Pepperland, to be more precise. Cheers, mate. I see you all out there having a good time. I'm hoping tonight. It's kind of interesting, you know. I mean, I'm glad to share these moments with you. I know I'm only doing like one of these a month. It's a lot of fun for me to pull this together. It takes a little bit of work to pull this together, and then here I am, right in the middle of all this, and I love being in this moment with you. And it's just totally ad lib off my head. I don't rehearse anything. Although I have some notes. I know where I'm going. I have a roadmap. Know that. Don't rely on just GPS. Write a roadmap with a pencil and a paper, and then it'll happen. You know what we're going to do next is I want one more song. I really do, because I've been bringing so many fun artists up here. We've been doing so much creative stuff, and I want to bring Sebastian St. James back for one more. That was my goal, my plan. I think you'll enjoy it as we pick up the pace. Once again, thank you, Harry Gale. I had to share that moment with you all because he's super special in my life and all of yours, whether you know it or not. That's right. He's been everywhere and is everywhere. All the best. All right, my friends. Check this out, though. Here's where we're back out to Sebastian with a single solo song in here. A single solo song. Is that redundant? Did I just do an oxymoron? Did I call myself a moron? Doesn't matter. You're here on the Tiny House Live. Inspirational Space Station. Doing what we do best.
Oh, shelter.
Hey. Oh, it's going to be like this, isn't it?
It's going to be like this.
All right, man. Do it. Hold on, people. We're high above the earth, and you're with us right here. Inspirational Space Station. Once again, my friends, Sebastian St. James right there. Shelter. Recorded right here at Tiny House Live, high above the hills and Petticoat, all that fun stuff. Yes, up here. Hello. Greetings. Yes, we're back. We're back. We're back. Jack. And let me check my equilibrium here, make sure I'm okay. Where am I going next? That would be the question. Either way, good night to you. Good night. Good night. Good evening. Hello. I'm not leaving yet. What am I saying? I'm having fun. This is fun. I'm just relaxed. I'm really not chilling tonight. I am chilling. What am I saying? I don't even know. And that's a sign of a good show. Cheers. I'm not one of those guys that wants to over-rehearse. I trust in my innate ability to sit here in front of a camera and just do this with you. And it's easy when you're up here in space. Who's going to be my critic up here in space? You? Well, yes. That's okay. That's okay. I see some loves, I see some hearts, I see some laughs, I see some smiles. Good morning. That's right. Tammy, you're in Germany, right? What is the time? Where are you? Good morning. Have a cup of coffee with me, your professor. It's your morning show. I should be drinking a cup of coffee instead of a beer. Good afternoon, Angela. Where the hell am I? Doesn't matter when you're in space. That's the first thing you learn. By the way, that was my trade-off with my alien friends up here, which I guess is going to lead me to my next segment. I was kind of afraid to do this, but nothing fears me at this point. Nothing is afraid of me. I am not afraid of anything. And based on that, I'm going to jump into this little segment. Oh, wait, what? Oh, God, okay, all right. I'm told I do have an official sponsor. I do have a newscast. By the way, these are some of my favorite newscasts. And yes, evidently our newscasts are of very much interest to our alien friends up here. So I think they wanted to have me to take the Alien 10 test. Really? That's it? Okay, all right, I'll do it. But, it's 5:33 a.m., and it might be late for a test. I'll do it. We'll do it quickly, though. We'll run through the 10 questions that you want from your professor, from the people, so you can understand whether or not you really want to come visit us on the planet at all, and you're leaving it up to me. God help us all. Okay, well let's do this then, and we'll see if we can do this all at once. In the meanwhile, yes, I'm getting to the radio spot. I know we have news. We have news for you, my friends. It's news for you. It's news for me. That makes it news for everybody because you're here on Tiny House Live. This is the space station.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media outlets publish these same fake stories without checking facts first.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 This is extremely dangerous to our democracy. I don't know how people do this job.
In a desperate attempt to fill 24 hours of programming, here's some bullshit that happened somewhere today. We've got some footage here of the bullshit, which began just after 3 o'clock this afternoon, when residents in this neighborhood were shocked to see this fairly common thing happening. An attractive witness described the event in breathless terms.
I went to my window and I was like, whoa, there's some bullshit happening.
That happened right over there. I'm an older man, so you can trust what I say.
Authorities in special uniforms rushed to the scene to stand around while our cameras filmed them. Our reporter Keith Collins joins us now live from the scene of the bullshit through the use of expensive technology. Good to be with you again, Keith. We have a colorful graphic here that shows instances of bullshit like this are on the rise. Is that right?
Yes, although why is unclear. Some say it's because of one fucking reason. Others say it's because of some other fucking reason.
I talked to this random expert on the subject who told me this thing you're about to hear him say right after he points at a piece of paper.
I spent my entire life attending the nation's most prestigious schools to talk about bullshit like this. I'm really just happy to be on TV.
Now let's see if we can drag this out a little longer by showing emails written by some of our viewers. I once saw some stuff kind of like the shit you're talking about happen. I have nothing more to add. Another person says, I am angry that things like this happen. I get mad about every bullshit thing I see. So obviously a lot of opinions there to make this story seem somewhat meaningful.
Oh, absolutely, Glenn. This bullshit has some broader implications. Here's a list of tips on how to avoid bullshit happening to you.
And here's some footage of Congress.
Yes, I see that.
Well, thank you, Keith. Let us know if there are any updates on this bullshit story from there.
There's no way there will be.
Very good. We'll check back with you in an hour anyway.
I'm just some fucking guy.
When we return, we'll look at live footage of a car chase taken from a helicopter and free associate about what's going on.
And Julie, what happened out there?
Well, Dave and Glenda, they just finished boarding up the window pane and part of the wall here. This is a very busy Arby's. It sits right here in Woodward, in Royal Oak, near 13 Mile Road. So as you can imagine, there were quite a few people inside at the time.
The big window went pop, and there was just glass everywhere. That was the loudest bang I had ever heard. It sounded like an explosion.
I thought perhaps the end of days was upon us, but it turned out it was just a disoriented old lady in a champagne-colored Toyota Avalon, crashing into my world like DMB circa 1996. Who's got their claws in you, my friend? Into your heart I'll beat again.
Just before 2 p.m., an elderly woman drove into the side of the restaurant while trying to park her car.
I turned around, a little old lady had stepped on the gas instead of the brake and ran into the restaurant.
She hit 3 people who were sitting down and eating inside. They were thrown 8 to 10 feet.
I saw their bodies tossed skyward, like ragdolls thrown into the air by the late, great Andre the Giant. I don't know. They appeared to be weightless, hitting zero-G like the fearless crew of a forgotten Apollo mission, whose only objective was to obtain a beef and cheddar classic and return home to Kathleen Quinlan safe before sundown. I don't know. Part of me wishes I'd been hit by that car instead, so I could have gotten out of work early and gone far, far away from shift manager Masha's judging emerald eyes. No, I didn't wash my shirt in between shifts, Masha. So what if I smell like roast beef? This whole place smells like roast beef.
The fire department tells me that they didn't treat the woman driving the car here on scene or take her to the hospital, that somebody else drove her home. The Royal Oak Police Department tells me they're still investigating, so they can't comment on whether or not they're issuing her a ticket. And of course, as you can see, this Arby's right here on Woodward closed for the rest of the night. We're live in Royal Oak. Julie Bonovich.
The popcorn you're eating has been pissed in. Film at 11.
Uh-oh, wait, hold on. Here they come. They're coming. I can see them. I can see them now.
Professor!
All right, hold on. You'll be okay. Hang on with me. Just sit back and relax with me. Things will be okay, I promise. They promised only peaceful conversations tonight. I understand they're in a hurry. They have another appointment on the other side of the galaxy. And that being said, we'll just kind of give them whatever they want. So hang in there with me as I understand, yes. What? Yeah, wouldn't you rather communicate with the people personally yourself rather than just to me in my headset? All right. Well, chime on in here, and let's just get used to your persona. Well, what is your persona anyway? oh, that one. Yes. Now I recognize you. Yes, my friends. It is. It's the alien about town. The guy who's going to come to ask you, hello.
Good evening, Professor. So good to see you again.
Thank you for being so available for our questionnaire. This time we thought, it would be interesting to ask you these questions, because you're always asking them of other people, and they give you interesting answers, and we understand exactly what they mean. Usually. But to make it even more clear, to bring us even more clearly into the present, we would like to interview you. Yes, you. We would like you to answer these 10 important questions to ultimately decide whether or not we should come down and visit humanity once and for all. It's down to you and your viewers. So let's continue with the questionnaire. Are you ready, Professor?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's do this thing.
All right then. Clothes are very interesting to us. When getting dressed, do you put on your socks first, followed by your shoes? Or do you put on a sock, then a shoe, followed by a sock and another shoe?
Well, that does pose an interesting question. I have always done sock, shoe, shoe. Although since I've been aware of this phenomenon of that being the normal thing to do, I've decided to break from normality, and when at least at the gym, put on my sock and a shoe, followed by a sock and a shoe. So I'm reversing the trend to expand the culture of our situation and hopefully bring a new meaning to the feeling of putting on your socks and your shoes. Much like putting in your pants, one leg at a time. There you go.
Well, that's very interesting. That's ultimately a great way to look at it. This is why we wanted to have conversations with you directly. As I see your friends over here in the chat line are enjoying these conversations as well. Dude, okay, Professor. We have noticed that you tend to stack your foods on top of one another. We believe you call this a sandwich. What is your favorite sandwich and why?
Well, I can tell you that ultimately it is a BLT, a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich. But it must have a really nice garlic aioli, not just mayonnaise. Although I like mayonnaise on one side, garlic aioli on the other, and it may even have a dill pickle or two. And I like a little bit of lettuce, but lettuce has nutritional value, so I shy away from fruits and vegetables like that. A BLT would be your professor's probably famous, and it must be the bread must be a good sourdough and toasted lightly on each side with just a little bit of butter, and that makes it better. And what can I say about my BLT besides just that? You asked me, I had to tell you.
I see the BLT. I see the BLT. Interesting, viewers. Interesting. We're finding out so much more about the professor than you ever realized. I'm sure of it. Let's dig deeper. Question number 3. Since humans are mainly bags of mostly water in a flexible container, what do you think happens to you when your body ceases to exist? Please explain.
Well, eventually I'm going to be turned to dust. And when that dust is collected and put into a clay pot, I want it to be taken to the nearest coastal bluff. I suggest Goat Rock Beach in Jenner, California. And I want to have somebody make a community make a pumpkin chunker. Only more than just a pumpkin chunker. I want it to be I'm going to be able to chunk my ashes across the fields until hopefully they hit the ocean. And if they don't hit the ocean, that's okay. I'm okay with that. I've aimed for lots of things I've never reached. But I'd be glad just to be chunked one more time and fly one more time until I crash and burn and crack and fall back into the earth of which I came. So there, that's kind of what my plans will be eventually. Is that okay?
Well, it's not really about being okay. It's more about that's going to be your reality. All right, I'll go along with that. We can accept that as your answer. Now, you share your planets with so many different species. Do you have any you rely on as an animal guide?
I do. I have actually. I'm friends with lots of animals on the planet. I love them all dearly. Some more than people, but yes, there are a couple. And cats are one. Elephants are another. Turtles are one. The Honu, the sea turtle specifically. But if you're going to point to one, it's the elephant. It's the story of the jazz elephant, the first elephant that was ever born on the planet that made noise and music notes out of his trunk. This is the story that's near and dear to me, and maybe someday I'll tell this to you. I could tell you a wonderful story about how music was created on the planet. Thank you to its master, Lostus Palas, and the story of which is still yet to be told. But that being said, yes, the elephant. Now, cats, I have a living relationship with cats. Cats and I speak cat fluently, and they're definitely one of my animal guides. Be cautious. You'll live 7 lives. I think I'm on my 5th, maybe my 6th at this point. I'm doing okay. I'm all right for a man of my age. All right. Okay, what? All right, and we'll continue on then. Go ahead. Ask me another one.
We estimate that there are over 8 billion people on planet Earth. If we do choose to visit, is there somebody you think we should meet first?
That's a tough question right now in time and space, but and laughingly, I want to point you to Taylor Swift. She's bringing love and joy, but I'm a big fan of Coldplay as well. I know you're going to hit me, you're going to slap me, you're going to say, oh man, really, that's so... But I got to tell you, people spreading the positive word, people spreading good music and good vibes throughout the planet are the ones that I would point to the most. Yes, I could go off on Gandhi's and I could go off on the religious ones, but I'm telling you, people who are spending their time and energies to lift and uplift and enlighten people around them in their community are the ones I respect the most. And hell yeah, I'll point to Taylor Swift. Man, come on. She's the Swift. Does that make me a Swiftie? Does that make me a Swiftie? Does that make me... Who are you anyway? Oh, there I am. What? Yeah, you weren't even listening to me, were you? You weren't even listening to me. You were just over there in your alien world going, man, he didn't.
No, that's not true. That's not true. I was with you. You like Taylor Swift. Yeah, we got it. I just had my cameras messed up. It's hard doing it in space. You see my broken lens? Look over here, man. I got a broken lens over here that's cracked and everything. It's on a budget up here in space. You think this is easy? Hell no. All right. We have another question for you. Humans live in a 3-dimensional world. Having said that, have you ever had an out-of-body experience?
Well, yes, I have. Without getting too much into detail, it was in a small castle in Italy where I woke up in the middle of the night to find a small Italian man in a brown suit standing at the foot of my bed, staring me eye to eye. I woke up and sat up in my bed, looked at him, and we stared at each other about 30 seconds or a lifetime, it seemed. And then all of a sudden, his eyes turned and walked toward a door that went into an empty room that was next door. The door closed, and there was all kinds of party sounds that were made next door that ended as soon as he walked through the door.
Well, that was pretty real. that was really real. Yeah, I understand when somebody appears at the foot of your bed in the middle of the night and you're trying to figure out how to deal with it. Well, that's a great answer to that question, and we appreciate it. Now, it seems to us that all humans are individual creatures to some degree. Do you have any quirks or habits or rituals that make you unique? Not a whole lot really. I mean, I will tell you that when I'm washing one hand, I have to get the other hand wet. I can't just have one wet hand. It really bothers me. There's something wrong with it. And I will change things that are just out of symmetrically yin and yang around me. If things really just seem symmetrically out of place,
I must kind of correct them, but not to any, quirk or anything like that I would consider a quirk. Just little personal things like that I used to chew my fingernails. I used to chew my fingernails.
We don't have fingernails. Music is also very interesting to us. If you were abducted to another planet in which you could bring only one musical album with you, what would it be?
That is tough. Because I teeter on Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, even though they did just sell their entire catalog to Sony for $400 million. Part of me says, the artistic part of me says, jellyfish's belly button. That's just me now. I'm a crazy loon like that. Crazy loon like that. Where am I? See where I am. Good Lord, you're hogging all my airspace. You asked me on this interview, and you all your camera space you're taking for yourself. Come on, man. We're working together here. I know. We'll get together soon. All right. Okay, anyway, where are we at in this little silly thing? Because we got things to do. We got a couple more songs to play at least. One last question coming your way, and it...
What number am I thinking of?
I'm going to guess and say number 7. That's what I'm going to guess. Number 7. Is that right? Wrong.
3.
All right. Well, sometimes there is no winning. Sometimes there is, and all right. I hope you got what you needed from me tonight. Good Lord, you popped into my show. You've asked 1,000 questions. I understand you're probably going to leave us with a message for everybody at the end too. You're just like that. I know you have our interest at hearts. You're wonderful creatures and a wonderment in our world, and we welcome you on the face of the planet. Thank you, Professor. We respect and honor your presence in the universe as well. We'll be back. We have many more things to share with you. Boy, and I bet they do. We got to help me. I got to get out of here. God, I went off into time and space for a second. Hope you bared with me on that. I was afraid that was going to suck up a little bit of time, but you know what? I had to do that. I had to take the question. I really did. I even had to come this one. That's okay. I'm shy with that. Let's continue on because I do have something else for us here, and it's coming up real quick because it's sitting right here in front of me on my control panel. Where is my desk? Where is my mind at this point? I need to replenish my. Oh, I know. We need a dancing moment. Can we get back to some sort of fun and reality of a dancing moment here? And let's go back to a Halloween party. And this is going to start a little block of me talking about Halloween and Christmas. That's what I'm looking forward to right now. So hang with us right here. And we're going to do a fun little thing right here with a little flashback. This is part of the advanced regression. We're regressing back to Halloween 2019 at the Redwood Cafe with all your friends, for God's sakes. You know almost every single person in the lineup. They're there.
Well, she's a hottie from Kentucky. She's a hottie, yeah, from Kentucky. She's a honey from Kentucky, she loves those rhythm and blues. She likes to start her night down at the trade winds. That's where the party always begins. Then she makes her way to the 8-ball where they perform long and tall. Before you know it, she'll be doing the Kentucky crawl. She's a hottie from Kentucky. Yeah, she's a hottie from Kentucky. She's a hottie from Kentucky and she loves the one. She likes to go down to Mardi Gras down in the she really likes to make the scene. Well, you seen her before, that's for sure. She's always looking great. You might remember her from back in the day. She went to Sonoma State. Hey, she's a hottie, funky toddy. Yeah, hottie, funky toddy. She's a hottie, funky toddy, and you love rhythm and blues. Take her to the bridge. She likes to go down to the winds on Thursday night. When Woody Woodcock it up with Rosalind White. Maybe go to the inn or down to the cabaret. But now she makes the scene at the Redwood Cafe. Hey! Rick Clifford, blow your top. Andre, take it. John Ferret, give us some B3. in that funky little town. You know the place. It's where Jimbo's the old man, he wears the crown. Yeah, yeah, she gets you going, man. She dances you to the ground. Hey, you got to hanging now. She's always hanging around, but she's a hottie, funky toddy. Yeah, she's a hottie, funky toddy. She's a hottie, funky toddy. She loves those rhythm and blues. Well, she's a hottie, funky toddy. Yeah, she's a hottie, funky toddy. Yeah, she's a hottie, funky toddy, and she loves those rhythm and blues. She's a hottie, funky toddy, and she loves those rhythm and blues. Oh, she's a hottie, funky toddy, and she loves those rhythm and blues. Hey! Thank you.
That's right. Hottie from Guitati. Thank you, Johnny, JC, so many people in that band that are all dear friends and just part of the larger-than-life music community of Sonoma County. I'm looking at my list and I'm going, I've got so much fun stuff. I can organize a whole bunch of Redwood Cafe live shows. I may go back and do a few of those now that we're kind of past a lot of that. I got a couple things coming up that'll broaden that perspective. Tonight, that was part of my regression right there. And advancing, I want to go forwards a little bit because we have some really fun stuff coming up this year. And part of it for me, it's got to be Halloween. I'm such a Halloween freak. I just love Halloween. It's my favorite holiday of the entire year. I get inspired when the moment arises. I love Halloween is what I'm telling you. So that being said, I want to show you a couple little things leading up. Now, what have I got here first? Let me double check my plans here because that's right. I'm okay. I'm set on my. I have a course. Sometimes I reinvent myself as I move along because life isn't static. But I will tell you that each year I reinvent my Bob Wilkins tribute to Halloween. We'll go back to Creature Features if you kindly remember that show of the San Francisco B and C grade horror film collective show that was on TV 50 locally and a couple other local broadcast shows. But yeah, it was 27 years of a long time the series ran. So I am glad to resurrect Bob Wilkins each year and add on to it. I have a base that I work off of from a musical score by 1942. And each year I re-manipulate the scenes to something new. It's kind of a fun way for me to approach each and every Halloween as something new and something new to bring to you. So that being said, that's kind of what I'm doing with that world. So glad to have you part of that. And when I'm looking ahead right now at a little sample of which I speak, and that would be just a little bit. I can see some loves over here. Hello, everybody. Angela, thank you for being here. You were here. I know you've been here for my Halloweens. Yes, the Creature Feet, it'll be different. Nothing is ever the same for me. Truly, nothing is ever the same for me. If there's one thing you can expect from me, it's never the same. Never the same. It's never the same. That's my world. So, welcome to it. Welcome to it. Where can I take you next? I know where I'm going. I'm steering around like a madman right now, but I do have a purpose in life, and it's to invite you to the Halloween show that's going to be here on Tiny House Live. I'm still in development of it, but I can tell you enough that it's going to be the Wednesday before Halloween. No, I'm sorry. No. It is the 29th of October, the day before traditional Halloween. And that being said, I've got some really fun stuff, including what I was just talking about, and a few other surprises and things you don't know and what you wouldn't expect to begin with. All because, why? Because I can. Why? Because I can kind of do whatever I feel like. And that's what I'm saying. At any given moment, I can do whatever I feel like. And then, you know, another time's it's like, okay, let's just play a video, Professor. Let's get on with it. Let's get on with it. It's Halloween. Let's show them what we're talking about. Tim Curry. You love Tim Curry. I know you do. I know you love Tim Curry. So here's a good shot of something maybe you don't know from Tim Curry. And we'll get back to normal, whatever that means in our world.
Change places with anyone tonight. We'll carve pumpkin faces and watch the witches' flight. Every human heart will shudder. Every soul will shake with fear. Tonight, the creepiest. Tonight, the scariest. Tonight, the most wonderful night. Oh. The year anything can happen on Halloween. Your dog could turn into a cat. There may be a toad in your bass guitar, or your sister could turn into a bat. Christmas time brings the snow. Summertime brings the sun. But on Halloween, your blood begins to run. Something spooky is going down. Anything can happen on Halloween. It's better than a video. Gremlin's gonna mess up every cassette from London to Idaho. April 1st can be fun. New Year's Eve is a bore. But on Halloween, your flesh begins to crawl. Oh, I'm losing control. Anything can happen on Halloween. Your toenails grow long and your hair turns green. Your teacher could become a sardine. Your dentist could turn into a queen. Has anybody seen my tambourine? I may start playing big in the beginning. The craziest night you've ever seen. This hairy, scary, creepy, crawling
I'm a tiny cat, and I'm going back for a rat at the tiny house with a big mouse. Maybe a bird will do. Maybe a bird will do.
Hey, Professor.
What?
How about making me up a
what?
fine margarita?
What?
Top shelf.
What are you telling me?
Yeah, I know, but I still want one.
What do you want, margarita? Yeah, All right, man. We'll get you a
I
margarita.
get it myself, but I'm just a skull.
I know. You're going to join me on Halloween, though, right? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Yes, the reality is right here, Tiny House Live, high above the hills of Petticoat, drifting somewhere above your reality at the moment. Oh, my God. Yes, Halloween. I do love Halloween. It's really my favorite holiday of the month, of the year, I should say. Anything goes. I hope you're with me on all that nonsense, but I've got some special stuff for you this year as well as a very special Christmas too. I'm working on some angles yet, still a couple months away, but you know, I'm hopefully you'll have an interest in that with me as well. Hey, Tabby, I know. I remember you mentioning this last year when I used this, because I have used the Tim Curry. I wish I could remember the movie where that's from, but it's an amazing movie. A little hard to find. I had to search high and low just to find that one clip and hang on to it, because it's wonderful. It's great. It's amusing. It's Tim Curry, and it doesn't trigger copyright. So thank the world out there for sharing that, Tim Curry. I appreciate you. All right, we're barreling down the road here toward the end of what would be what I am calling advanced regressions, and I'm going to be telling you ultimately that I appreciate you. That's ultimately it right there. You know, but we have to talk a little bit about Christmas. And this may be the first Christmas song you hear this year, but I really want to kind of wrap the show in a really nice way. And yes, even on a Christmas mode, because this is the advanced part. I'm looking forward to it too. You know, yes, you know, we'll have a nice little Christmas meal here in Tiny House Live, I hope. Hopefully I'm going to collect a lot of local Christmas music that I'm hoping to display on a very special Christmas Day show. It'll be Christmas Day as well. So if you find yourself out there on Christmas Day wishing you had friends and family, you do. You're just right over here. And we'll all fit into this tiny little house, and we'll all have some fun together, and we'll watch some more local things that are going on, maybe laugh a bit together, and share whatever we can share on a wonderful holiday season. And then the new year will come, and hopefully it'll be better than last year. Well, we always hope for that, don't we? But let me figure out what I want to wrap up here at the end of the night. And I do know, because, you know, we had some very special people come in here on Christmas, and one of them this year. I'm going to save the other one for Christmas, because I have a block of music from each of these gentlemen, and I'm choosing to play the evening song right here, "The White Christmas" with Donovan Stark. Because my good buddy Eric Martin, I got some songs, Christmas songs from him that'll be up that we're going to have so much fun with as we get closer. I just don't want to tip my hat too much yet. I've got some things in that world as well. I appreciate you all. Appreciate you, Eric. Appreciate you, Donovan. I'm glad to bring all this music into you tonight, into your home, your living room, your ears, your head, your heart. Let me break down the walls and give you possibly the first Christmas song of the season right here, but who better from Donovan Stark right here on Tiny House Live, a Stark Raving Christmas, as I recall, right here on Tiny House Live and the Inspirational Space Station. Heading right straight to you, please.
Dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your dreams be merry and bright,
Christmases be white.
Yes, my friends. Yes, my friends. Yes. Christmas is going to be very special in Tiny House this year. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Come on to my house. Well, maybe it'll be snowing by then, just like it is outside right now. I love it out there, man. Look, where are we? High in Christmas Town right now. We're getting ready for the holidays. I look forward to it, and your company as well. Thanks for being here tonight with me. Thanks, Tammy. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Karen. You guys are awesome. Yeah, you're awesome. You're awesome. You deserve a good holiday this year. You deserve a good Christmas. You deserve a good Halloween. You deserve a good Thanksgiving, for God's sakes. Wherever you are around the world, I love you dearly. I thank you for being here. I want to do a couple shout-outs, and that's everybody who's helped me build this tiny house through the year. Everybody, all of you, you know who you are. You've tuned in more once or twice. You know I know your name. I love you. Thank you so much for participating and just being here with me. You know, give me an hour out of your busy life, and I know you got things going on. I just appreciate you being here with me, bringing some of the cheer, bringing some of the good heart and warmness we try to do here in Tiny House Live. I try to say peace around the world, peace on you, and what? Say it in a nice way, Professor. I mean, have a wonderful day. And I want to give more shout-outs to all my special guests who've come into my world through the last year or two or 6 now. 6 years. We are 6 years, so that's I got something on everybody. I got something on you. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. My Oliver's friends and family. Yeah, man, I got a family, man. You know, it may not be my genetic family, it may not be my lineage, but I'll tell you, I got a good family at Oliver's in Katati. Loving each of you dearly. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching this and you're part of my family there, I appreciate you. And you know who you are. I know you, because I saw a couple of you already on earlier in the show. And one more shout out to Harry Gale. Harry Gale, you're in my heart, you're in my head, brother. Wishing you all the best. This is dedicated to you tonight for your health and well-being. And all the ships at sea, welcome, my friends, to a Tiny House Live. And I'm going to wish you well. Send you out on something like, what can I do? Well, nothing much, really, other than I'm going to have to be... I guess I'm taking the fast shoot home. There's no other way to get out of here than the way I got in here. So I'm taking the time tunnel that my friends up here have bestowed their energy on me and information on me, so I can understand how to travel through time. And that's where we're going right now. You ready to go back? We have to go back. We got to. No matter if you say woo-hoo, you say I'll be there. Tammy, I love you, Angela. Thank you, Angela. You guys are awesome. You're awesome. All right, I've got to take you back. We got to go back, Jack. You ready? Here we go.